What's up, my multi-real estate millionaires, agents? How y'all doing today? That sounded a little AI-ish, a little robotic. However, you are now tuning in to California's top real estate agent. And today we're going over contracts, but I'm not bringing you guys a regular video. Today we're going to go over flashcards. So, first off, let's get this cracking. A person who gives an option. Optionor. These are very important concepts you need to remember. Let's go. A provision in a contract, deed, law, regulation, guideline, etc., that makes the parties' rights and obligations depend on the occurrence or non-occurrence of a specified event, also called condition escape clause, subject to clause, or kick-out clause. That would be a contingency clause. Number 3. A contract that has been put into words, either spoken or written. Express contract. The interest in property held by the rightful owner. Also, the vendor's, seller's interest in property under a land contract. Legal title. A legal remedy in which a court orders someone who has breached a contract to perform as agreed, rather than simply paying money damages. Specific performance. Number 6, a law that requires certain types of contracts to be in writing and signed in order to be enforceable. Statute of frauds. Anything of value such as money, services, goods, or promises given to induce another to enter into a contract. Consideration. Agreeing to the terms of an offer to enter into a contract, thereby creating a binding contract. 2, taking delivery of a deed. Acceptance. Getting through these pretty quickly. All right, number 9. A listing agreement that entitles the broker to a commission if anyone, including the seller, finds a buyer for the property during the listing term. Exclusive right to sell. This is pretty good. I just did an exclusive right to sell contract with a listing I got now. Number 10. Person to whom an option is given. Optionee. You need to know the difference between an optionor and an optionee. The same for a grantee and a grantor. A response to an offer to enter into a contract. Changing some of the terms of the original offer. It is a rejection of the original offer, not a form of acceptance, and does not create a binding contract unless the new it is accepted by the original offer. This is probably counter offer. Yep, counter offer. Number 12. Any present right to acquire legal title to property. Equitable title. When only one party makes a legally binding promise and the other has not, the promise will become legally binding if the other party chooses to accept it, similar to an offer. Unilateral contract. Number 14. The seller in a land contract. Vendor. Same vendor, vendee. You need to know that too. So the seller in a land contract, vendor. Number 15. Woo. Money offered as an indication of good faith regarding the future performance of a purchase agreement. Earnest money. 16. A contract that one of the parties can disaffirm without liability because of a lack of legal capacity or a negative factor such as fraud or duress. Oh, yeah. Pooh Shiesty need to look at this one. Voidable contract. Number 17. A non-exclusive listing given by a seller to as many brokers as they choose. If the property is sold, a broker is only entitled to a commission if they are the procuring cause of the sale. Open listing. A written agency contract between seller and a real estate broker stating the broker will be paid a commission for finding or attempting to find a buyer for the seller's real property. A listing. Crazy to hear the definition of a listing like that. Number 19, we're almost done. The buyer in a land contract. Vendee. This is very important because you will see questions like this on your test. All right, final question. A contract in which a seller promises to convey title to real property to a buyer in exchange for the purchase price. A purchase agreement. Well, thank you guys. This is a quick little quickie. You make sure you go back repetition. So rewatch the videos, like, comment, let me know if you want to see more. Different types of content is coming to this channel. We're about to branch out and expand our horizons. You guys have a great day. Go out there and pass that real estate exam. Let's get these multi-millions.